Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Joy Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the Book Business Boss Consulting for the Kingdom Ministries, building people to build the kingdom. So I'm live in the big back chair. Yay! I know some of you is like, where is she being? What is she doing? But I am out and about. I looked at myself on camera and I realized, you've been in the sun. I have. Excuse me. And I think I got a little tan. I tan easy. But this is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And so, I've been out in a large festival, Harvest Homecoming. So if you are in, I'll just say it off the top, if you are in the New Albany, Indiana area and can get there after church, come on by. We're there probably 3 to 4 booths away from the corner of Bank and Market Street in downtown New Albany, Indiana. I've learned much from this event, and we're in booth B88. But you'll see the big sign, BK Royston Publishing, bookstore open. And so we've been there since really October 8th, because we set up on October 8th and October 9th through the 12th. So today's the last day. Come on by. The food is over the top. The food is just everywhere, over the top. So hope to see you stop by. But when I was out there and about, one thing about it, there are adults and then there are children everywhere, just babies everywhere. And of course, I sell children's books, so that's been a really great thing for me. But in addition to that, I've been watching them. I'm a people watcher, and I've been watching the little children. They will. Some of them are manipulative. Some of them are they just crying and falling out. They want their face painted. They want the cotton candy. They want all of those pieces. They want all of that. And some of them are literally taking their parents or guardians, whoever they are, grandparents especially, by the hand and leading them. Some of them are leading them to me because they say books. And then some of them are leading them to cotton candy. And they say, I want my face painted. And so I always think of the scripture. Sometimes it's taken out of a context or whatever. It's used in multiple contexts. But in Isaiah 11:6, it's a prophecy of the world to come, the Messiah to come. And the last part of it, if you read the whole verse, it's talking about, the lion and the lamb are going to lay down together, and, just the opposites in nature are going to be able to cohabitate. Morning. Go be able to coincide and live happily ever after. That's probably what had to happen a little bit with Noah and the ark, but I digress. But at the end of it, in Isaiah 11:6, the King James Version says, and a little child shall lead them. And of course, this talks about the coming of full, complete peace and Christ's return. And whether you're post-trib, pre-trib, all of that, that's for the theologians to iron out. But it's when the actual nature of animals, etc., and a little child shall lead them, possibly a ferocious beast, possibly an animal that we wouldn't even have in anywhere near children. And if you are a TikToker, you will see how the dogs and things of that nature are extremely protective of children. I've even seen a video, AI or not, but it's a cat who's fighting off an animal. And a little child shall lead them. I've seen that a lot this weekend, leading them. And of course, in one state, little ones are like the babies you're holding. Little child may be able to walk, but they're but also it's been used in the context of God's servant. Even youth, young adults, teenagers. Paul told Timothy, don't let nobody despise your youth. I don't know what that is, but here we go. Let nobody tell you you're young, ignore you. Because you're young, even teenager, young adult, some people, I don't listen to nobody until they're 40. Well, you could have missed out on a whole lot because God can use anybody. He can use anybody, he wants to whenever he wants to. So the little children leading them and all of that, sometimes you have to have childlike faith. Because, one scripture says, suffer the little children to come unto me and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven. So having a child lead is sometimes God working through them. Now, you got to know your child. You got to know, are you just manipulating me to get money out of my pocket, or money I don't have and money I don't spend? Or is this God speaking through the child? And, every child does not have a manual or some type of, guidelines. You got to pray. I didn't have any biological children, but having worked with children so long, I've always had to pray, what is this? What is going on? What is actually happening? And sometimes it was a cry for help. Sometimes it was basically, oh, that is a great idea. And I acknowledged it. I wasn't the adult that said, you're a child, I don't listen to what you say. No, sometimes it was a great idea. I'm like, oh, that is so helpful to Miss Person. And, I would always say that. But also know that besides being knowledgeable, potential to be used of God, no matter your age, no matter your stage, know that God doesn't play about his kids. God don't play about his kids. God's protection and his vengeance. He said, but who shall offend one of these little ones who believes in me? It'd be better than a millstone tied around his neck and thrown into the sea. If you do it to yourself, that's suicide. If you do it to somebody else, that's murder, death. So be careful with the little ones. Be sure you ask God for wisdom to handle the little ones. And sometimes little ones in the kingdom may be inexperienced, new believers, new Christians. Be careful about those too. Be careful about how you handle certain situations, especially believers. Some traditional ways, yeah, should be kept. Some traditional ways, you got to ask God for wisdom. I've told a lot of friends, oh no, you have to ask him. Some people, some places, some situations, he's doing a new thing. Whether you agree, whether you don't agree, whether you understand, ask him for wisdom. Ask him for understanding. Ask him to tell you. Ask him to guide you. And sometimes he's not going to say nothing because it's like it's none of your business. God's protection and vision, he don't play about that. He don't play about kids. He don't play about little children. He doesn't play about believers. He don't play about his kids, period. So be careful. Be careful, of what happens. I'm going to tell you, when little children have led their parents directly over to me and I sign their book and I put their name in their book, and when they leave, I acknowledge the child, because sometimes the parent didn't even want to buy it. They didn't want to buy the book. If every child who led their parents over to me actually bought the book, woo, I would have had a really good weekend. But some who did, I'm like, thank you, Emily. I don't even remember their names. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Samantha. Thank you, Bob, Bill, John, Sam, Micah, whoever it was. Because you actually led your parents over to somewhere. And it blessed me, and I trust that the book will bless you. So suffer the little children to come unto me and forbid them not. Don't offend the least of my little ones who believes in me. You offend them. You seek to hurt or harm them. I'll get you. Vengeance is mine, saith God. He's going to repay. So the last thing is, sometimes we have to come to God not as even a grown-up adult, old 62-year-old woman like myself. I've got to come as a little child, humble myself to say, God, I don't have a clue. God, I don't know which way. I don't know which way to go. I don't know what to do. And like I saw so many of the little children this weekend, up, up. They would just put two hands up. When they were done with the bottles, the sippy cups, they just fall on the floor. I'm done. And so sometimes in your life, you have to become simple as a little child. No, not simple minded. No, don't throw your degrees and burn them. No, I'm not talking about that. But you have to come simply, humbly. I don't know. Up, pick me up, hold me, carry me, take me, lead me, guide me. I don't have a clue. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do next. I don't have a clue. Up. um, Forbid them not, and he will answer you. He will acknowledge you. And remember, a little child shall lead them. A little child shall acknowledge them. Be careful with God's children. I hope that blesses you today and helps you realize that I don't have to have it all together. I don't have to know everything. God knows everything. He's everywhere. He's the one who has all the power. And I put my faith and confidence in him. Just a little like the little children to put their faith and confidence in their parents, whether they let them down, whether they fulfill every whim and every request that they have, whether they spoil them rotten or neglect them to abuse. They're putting their confidence in them. But fortunately, we have a Heavenly Father who gives good gifts to his children. He corrects us now. He said, if I didn't correct you, then you're not mine. So, all of it. Like my parents, they corrected us, disciplined us, and then spoiled us, and then worked us, and then taught us so that we can be all that God intended for us to be, so that we can live your best life, which is coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right there on envision-radio.com, where praise meets talk 24/7. You haven't downloaded the app? I don't know what you're waiting on. Go on and do it, and get the free app, put it on your phone, put it on all your devices, so you can get fantastic music and wonderful programming 24/7. At 11 a.m. is the Spike Davis and Friends show. Tune in for laughs, music, and more. The Book Business Boss show is on Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. on envision-radio.com. The replays at the Book Business Boss podcast.com. And so tune in. If you've thought about writing a book, want to write a book, tune into that podcast. I'm walking you through step by step. There are 1, 2, and 3 full seasons that are uploaded at the Book Business Boss podcast. More than half of season 4 is already up, and we're already planning for season 5. Be My Helper and Keeper, and He Hasn't Returned will be up for season 5 in the beginning of 2026. So be on the lookout. If you're an author, let's do that. Books available at Next Chapter Bookstore and Gift Shop inside Ben's Boys, located at 2711 Grandview Avenue in Greensboro, North Carolina. Brew and Sip Coffee Bar, 2860 Packer Lane Way in Louisville, Kentucky. Follow Janami Books and More on Facebook. They're more mobile now than a brick and mortar store, so follow where they're going to be actually next. Garden of Reading Book Closet, 8601 East 10th Street in Indianapolis, Indiana. Shop thegardenofreading.com. Book Nerd Fam Mobile Bookstore. Follow them. They're back on the move. Facebook at Book Nerd Fam. That's Book BOOK Nerd NERD Fam FAM. And then The Amazing Corner. TheAmazingCorner.com is an online bookstore as well as a mobile book fair as well. Yeah, I'm out and about in the country doing what I do best. As I stated earlier, I'm at Harvest Homecoming right there at the corner of Bank and Market Street. This is the last day. Lord have mercy. Give me strength. We're in booth B88. We're about 3 from the corner. And so be sure and look for us right across from Brooklyn and the Butcher. And then coming up on Tuesdays, I'm going to be teaching. I'm back in the chair teaching. So if you're an author And whether you are active on social media, when people start asking me, oh, I want to write a book or I've written a book or whatever, whatever, I'm like, how active are you on social media? Oh, I'm not out there. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's take care of it. Let's get busy. Let's get a plan. Let's get a strategy. October 14th, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So put the kids to bed, put the dishes in the dishwasher, and let's get to learning. Get your pen and paper, a laptop, and let's go. Register at roystonclasses.com. That's roystonclasses.com. I'm going to close the cart and shut it down for registration Monday. This is late. Monday, October 13th and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So at 7, you won't be able to register on Monday. So register today. Register in the morning. Register during lunch. roystonclasses.com. October 14th, 7 to 9 p.m. After that, I'm headed to Houston, Texas. National Black Book Festival, October 24th through the 25th. The book, The Brand, I'm teaching that, I think it's 1 p.m. on Friday, October 24th. And then I am a part of and probably moderating the publishers panel on Friday at 5 p.m. So if you're in the Houston area, meet me at the Fallbrook Church. We're in the back gym fellowship hall, National Black Book Festival. I hope to see you there and support some of the books that I'm going to bring. Ship ahead of time and all that good stuff. So I'm Dr. Julia Royston. If you are, of course, ready to write or have questions about what you've written, let's talk. Go to talkwithroyston.com. I always start with a conversation. I can hear your heart. I can see your vision. We can have a conversation of what services I offer, what services you need, and then we can move forward from there. All my other e-commerce places and online stores and websites are at juliaakroyston.com. Last thing. Wait a minute, I got one more thing. You think I wouldn't have one more thing. I don't have nothing else. But I do. Just in time for the holidays, book bundle boxes, children and adults, go to roystonroyalbookstore.com. It's a BioLink site, and you'll see the children's books, the combination of the books, how much they cost, and I'll ship them directly out to you. Just in time for the holidays. More to come, videos, social media, all that good stuff. We'll be talking more and more and more. So you all be blessed. Hope to talk to you soon. Have a wonderful week. Remember, come as a little child. Answer. Up. Get in your father's ear, lap, and let him bless you and give you the guidance that you need to live your best life. Have a great day. Have a great week.